guys, welcome back to another episode of FTB Sky Adventures with me. I am Haliee, and guys, I have been busy. So busy. Just call me the busy bee. I've been busy. Anyway, we left off last time. We were upstairs over here working on our bees, and I've got quite a few bees buzzing around. Okay, so I'll start with the bee jokes. I will stop with the bee jokes. But we were on a quest to get honey, and I have done so. So I'm going to kind of walk you guys through this. Let me get my little notes out here so I don't forget, which I forgot to open the file. I'm such a professional. All right, so our FTB Sky Adventures, we have we set up pretty much last time what we actually needed. We needed to get some bees, and we found out the way to get bees in this pack is you just need to craft these hives, and there's all these different hives you can choose from. There's rock hives, nether hives, pretty much one of each hive, and they each have EMC. So once you craft one, you can learn how to make it, and in your transmutation table, and you've got hive and bees for days. So we started off, I think, with the metals hive, and these are made in a carpenter. So we did our carpenter over here. And the carpenter is really easy to make, guys. It's so easy. These things are just very easy. Just require some bronze, the sturdy casing, which is just all bronze, and some glass. So we get the carpenter going. It does require power, and it requires a little bit of juice. So each recipe requires some kind of juice. What I learned last episode is that you actually have to have the full amount of the seed oil in here, because this requires seed oil for it even to show the recipe. So if you put if you try to craft a recipe and there's not any oil in here, it won't show you what the output is. I did mention it last time. I remembered it now. So make sure you have enough juice in there for your recipe to show. So I was making forest hives as well. We'll talk about that in a second. So seed oil, how do you get seed oil? You get seed oil from this little squeezer here, from the squeezer. S-Q-E-Z-Z. Squeezers are very easy to make. They're pretty much like the same recipe as the carpenter, except instead of bronze ingots, it requires 10 ingots. And so you just get that on it. Again, it requires power. You got to have some kind of power over these guys. So I've got my flux points on both of these pulling through. And I've just got I had a chest full of pumpkin seeds in there. You can use pumpkin seeds, watermelon seeds, seeds as well. So any kind of seeds that have EMC, you can just kind of load this up to have it pumped directly into the squeezer. It squeeze it into seed oil, puts it over here in the carpenter, and boom, you got your hives. But again, once they have EMC, they are pretty easy to make. So we set up a hive. The first one we made these industrial apiaries. Gendustry is a godsend for forestry. I can't imagine doing forestry without Gendustry. It just makes things so much easier. If you want to learn more about Gendustry, I did a series with Petunia Gal. She's the girl I stream with on Sundays, and we do our Roblox series together. But we did Be Happy. It was the best bee series there was. So if you get a chance, guys, most of you guys have a lot of sorry, the stupid allergies going on. Most of you guys have a lot of extra free time right now. So if you want to go back and watch that playlist of Be Happy, it's a really fun series. You can learn a lot about bees and forestry and Gendustry. So the industrial apiary is really cool because you can put these little upgrades in here. There's the automation upgrade, which basically that means that once your queen gets done making her production stuff, you get a princess and a drone. And what it'll do, it'll automatically combine the princess and the drone. So it kind of keeps going. You don't have to worry about keep filtering it. Also, these guys, bees usually only produce items in the daytime. So I have these, the glass set up here, but you can actually put an upgrade in here. Oops. Where it will actually ignore whether it's day or night. So these guys are producing honeycombs all day long, whether it's day or night, because of this light upgrade. Now, what I wanted to do was make these production upgrades. Because these production upgrades will increase the amount of honeycombs that these little guys produce. But the production upgrade was not that easy to make. Let me show you the recipe for all these other upgrades real quick. Gendustry upgrade. So you need to make the upgrade frame. Very easy. 10 gold nuggets and redstone. And with the upgrade frames, you can make the light upgrade, which takes just glowstone, and these have EMC. So the frame has EMC, the light upgrade has EMC, and the automation upgrade also has EMC. So that's just bronze gear, 2 redstones, and a piston. Now the production upgrade does not have EMC. Of course it doesn't have EMC. Why would it have EMC? That would be too easy. But they're not that hard to make. It still require the upgrade frame, some bronze, some sugar, and a bronze gear, but it requires this royal jelly. This is where things got tricky, because royal jelly only comes from specific bees: imperial, classical, business, and junk seller bees. So I decided to go with imperial. I could have gone with classical, but we're just I picked the first one because it also had a pretty good chance of producing royal jelly. The classical has a 25% chance. And the other 2 items had a 10% chance, but we wanted to make the Imperial Princess, so the Imperial Bee, the Imperial Queen, that would give us both combs and royal jelly. Now, if we work our way backwards here, the Imperial Bee, you get that by breeding Noble Bee and Majestic Bee. Very simple. To get a noble bee, you need a common bee and a cultivated bee. To get a common bee, you need a forest and a meadows. So we started here, forest bees. We had a hive. Remember back over here. Oops, sorry. That's a mouse that fell. We have a forest hive. We get and a meadows hive. So we got those. We can easily make the common bee. Now, Gendustry makes it a lot easier to breed bees, because normally you would just make a basic apiary, put these little guys together, and hope they give you the bee that they need. It doesn't always work out that way. So in Gendustry, we're going to go over here and start at the beginning. There's this thing called mutagen, not mutandis. This is not witchery. They're just called mutagen, and mutagen is made in a mutagen producer, and it just requires redstone. So the mutagen producer, very easy to make, just requires all these parts here, which is really just a lot of bronze and a lot of redstone. So we got 2 bronze ingots, a hopper, 2 bronze gears, a power module, which is just bronze gears, 2 gold ingots, and pistons. All of this has EMC, and the power module has EMC. So once you make the first one, you're good. A sturdy casing and a mutagen tank, which also has EMC, but that's just 10 and glass paint. So it's a lot of components, but it's actually really easy to make. So I've got a redstone chicken here. We had redstone chickens. I got 16 of the 10, 10, 10. Just pumping out redstone, going directly into the mutagen producer. It does require power. And if you set the mutagen producer next to a mutatron, you will get the chance to breed the bees specifically as you need. Now let's look at a mutatron. There are 2 versions. There's the Mutatron and Advanced Mutatron. I don't know the specifics, but I went ahead and made the advanced one. I have to go back and watch my own series to see what the difference between the regular Mutatron is and an advanced Mutatron. I'm sure you guys will tell me. But the Mutatron, again, is really easy to make. Takes that power module which we made earlier. These bee receptacles, which is just bronze, glass panes, weighted pressure plate, very easy to make. A mutagen tank, which we already made. And a genetic processor, which very easy to make. They're really easy recipes. The advanced Mutatron takes a regular Mutatron. These are words that are hard to say. And then those same materials, just a couple more genetic processors, of bronze gears, and a power module. So this requires a little bit of power. So we got our flux point here pulling in power. And when you set this right down next to it, it's pretty much automatically extracts automatically extracts the mutagen from the mutagen producer. Then you're going to make these genetic labwares. These little guys, so easy to make, and they have EMC. It's just glass panes and a diamond. So you get 16 from the recipe. They have EMC. Just put those on your table and bam, you got a bunch of labware. The labware is very important because what you're going to do now, and I'm actually going to, let's go ahead and get us a couple hives. And let's just show you the basics of how this works. So if I take a forest hive and a meadows hive, take my little scoop down here. I'm going to break this and these 2. And it's going to give me a princess, and it has a chance of giving me a drone as well. So I'm just going to mix these 2 up. I'm going to put one of the princess with the meadows metal princess in here and the forest drone. And you see I have the option of getting a common queen. Sometimes these two will give you multiple options, which I came across earlier, but you can just select the one that you want. So I'm going to say I want a common queen. It's going to take up one of those labwares, and in a few seconds we're going to get us a common queen. So we got the common queen, and we just went ahead and went through it. So remember, we're trying to make royal jelly. And so I went through the process of getting all of these bees. I went all the way back to get the cultivated bee. The cultivated bee is also made from a common and a forest. So pretty much the hives that you see here, the apiaries you see here, are all the bees that I had to go through. So we have our meadows bee, we have our forest bee, we have our common bee, and we have our cultivated bee. We have our noble bee, we have our majestic bee, and then finally we got our imperial bee. Now there is a chance that when you breed items through the little mutagen here, that you'll get genetic waste. Oh, I was so upset because I had gone all the way through to get the majestic and the noble, and the first time it went through, I got the genetic waste, so I had to kind of like go back all the way through this again to get what I needed. But that's what we needed to do to get the the royal jelly, and we did all of that just to get the extra production upgrade. So each one of these hives, they make you can hold up to 8 of the production upgrades, so that worked out pretty well. And so now it's just producing a lot of combs. Now, so we take those combs and we put those into a centrifuge. So the centrifuge basically will spin the comb around and it'll turn it into either beeswax or honey. Give me some honey. Honey drop? Yeah, honey drops. So I've got 2 of these going because you can see even these are already full and these guys are going. I can probably even make a 3rd one. These require power as well. So if you're doing the centrifuge, you want to remember they do require power. That's what makes these flux points so good, the flux network, so very, very nice, because you can just put power wherever you need it. And these guys have EMC, so I can just pull out as many as I actually need to work. So I've got filters set up here. So the beeswax is pretty much not used for anything. So I've got beeswax going into this filter, which is just thrown in the trash can. Beeswax has no EMC. At least I don't think so. Beeswax. Yeah, it has no EMC and is not really used for anything that I need. It's going to be used for these wax capsules, which I don't need. You can actually make torches out of them, so that's kind of a cool thing. From some of the upgrades, you can use that, but it's really nothing I needed it for, so in the trash can it goes. You can make unlit candles. Well, you can go through here and see if there's anything you might actually need or want, but for the purposes of what we are going through this process here, I just needed I just need the honey. So we've got the honey going in the squeezer, and there's an output here, a propolis. So I'm just kind of watching this, and I'm tossing this in the trash because I really don't need propolis. I'm probably saying that wrong. So that also goes in the trash. It doesn't have EMC. I don't really have a use for it right now. Let me make sure. Propolis, where is it at? Oh, there's creosote propolis? Wait. Just thought about something. But the propolis itself, there are some uses for it, but it's not really a use for what I need right now. So in the trash can it actually goes. Now, the honey is being squeezed out, and I've got that going in our barrels here, and you can see I've got 1.5 barrels of honey already full. So just gonna let that production go in, and as these drums get full, I've got it ready to go. So this is our honey production. Yay, ready to go. The other thing that we were trying to make was ethanol. So ethanol actually starts with fruit. So I've got, I went ahead and started using some storage crates here, because storage crates, they hold just a little bit more than the diamond chest. So I've got a bunch of apples going into a squeezer here and making us some fruit juice. This is actually full of mulch here. I don't know why that didn't pull through. Are you full? Yeah, okay, that's full of mulch as well. So I got to keep an eye on that because mulch can help this go faster. So anyway, the apple juice is being squeezed over here is going into the fermenter. So we're taking fruit juice with a little bit of mulch and some oak saplings, which are being fed from the top here. I think you can use any sapling for this. But basically it ferments the fruit juice to make biomass. And I've got the biomass going into the still. And from the still, it turns it into ethanol. So you can see I've got just a little bit of ethanol here. Not as much, probably because I wasn't paying attention to this mulch here, so it stopped making fruit juice. But bam, we have that. Now this mulch does have EMC. Now this mulch does not have EMC, so this is going into the trash can. I may have to get an overflow on this as well to keep an eye on that. But yeah, that's how you get ethanol. It's just that easy with the bees. And actually, this doesn't even require bees to make. You just need to have some kind of fruit to get your fruit juice ready to go. So we have honey. We've got ethanol. We've got experience, and let's talk about our experience here. This was set up before. I did go ahead and upgrade my dropper to the precision dropper here, and it drops like crazy. I mean, so fast. As a matter of fact, I had to get some more absorption hoppers here because I mean, I had experience just spilling out. Like I even ended up with like 100 levels of experience. So I pulled out this drain over here so I can actually just put some extra experience in here, and you can see we have, and these are the reinforced large drum. They hold 4 million millibuckets, so 4,000 buckets of experience are being held here. So I've got 1, 2, and almost 3 drums of experience full over here. I do have a lot of 10, 10, 10 chickens going, and I think I have just enough to keep this full. And it is, like I said, you can see the experience is just, that's me, just popping out experience so fast that this tank here is staying full. The second tank here is staying full. I'll just put a third and a fourth one over here just so it can gather these vacuum hoppers because it was just filling up so fast. So we've got liquid experience just popping out ready to go. Now, the creosote oil. I want to kind of add something with this because we're barely filling up this. This is going so slow. Now I do have the trash can set up to pull out the coal coke because I really don't have a use for coal coke, but there is another way to get creosote oil that we're going to explore today. So creosote oil, we can actually make it through this augment for the pyrolytic conversion. So a redstone furnace can be augmented. Things from thermal expansion, they have augments that can be added to them. And we made some things downstairs, and I think I made a redstone furnace. Let's see. I have not made a redstone furnace, so we're going to make one of those. A redstone furnace is just a machine frame, some bricks, bronze, a redstone receptacle, and a redstone. So let's go ahead and get all of that. Remember all that? Bricks. Let's see. I don't have the bricks. Let's go ahead and make that so we can learn it. I think it's just 4. Yep. So we get the bricks. There we go. Go learn our bricks there. And was it machine frame? And was it bronze? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. No, copper gear. Copper. No, copper. Spell copper right. C-O-P-P-E-R. Copper gears. And a redstone reception coil. Let's see. I think that's everything to go ahead and make the redstone furnace. So let's go ahead and pull that down here. Let's go ahead and learn it, so we don't have to make it again in case it comes across. And we're just going to set that right here. We're going to set it right here for right now. And let's go ahead and grab us a flux plug. Get us a flux point. Remember which one it is. This is going to pick up from the Haliee out network. Make sure that is set for that, and that's going to fill that up. Now, so we're going to need to put some augments in here. The main augment we need to do is to go ahead and make some creosote oil. But in order to put the augments in here, we have to upgrade the actual furnace here. So let's go ahead and see what we need. We're going to need to make the augment pyrolytic conversion. Yeah, you get that? Sure. I'm going to need an invar gear, 2 copper plates, a nether brick, and a redstone servo. All right, let's see what we got. We got invar gear. Oh, I do have an inverter. Yay! Some kind of servo, which I don't think I have made. I didn't think I would have that. We can go ahead and make that. That's just redstone and iron. So redstone and iron. Iron ingot. Let's go ahead and craft that. And we'll learn it because we'll probably need it again. And what were the other items? Copper plate and nether brick. So copper plate, 2 copper plates, and a nether brick. Oh wait, don't I have nether brick? Doesn't make that. Nether brick is just nether, yeah. So let's smelt us some nether. I can smelt it in here. Yeah, that'll go pretty quickly here. And so I can learn that. Go in there. There we go. And get 4 of those out to make us actual nether brick. Let's go ahead and learn that. There we go. Oh my gosh. Get in there. Now I should be able to make the augment, which also has EMC. So let's go and learn that as well. Now I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, that I can't just put this on here. Yeah, so it has to be upgraded first. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at thermal expansion, and we're going to make these upgrades. Let's see, upgrade. There we go. So we need to upgrade it at least to harden. So harden, there are all these different upgrade kits. There's harden, reinforced, signalium, and resonant. And each one of these makes it produce things faster, and it also holds more power. So let's make the first one. It's just Invar, bronze, and redstone. So we need Invar, 4 of those. I believe it was a bronze gear and redstone. Is that everything we needed for that? Yep. So we'll go ahead and learn that. Get that there. And you can see right now this holds 20,000 RF. When I upgrade this, it now holds 30,000 RF. And I can put this augment on it, which is now going to allow this to produce creosote oil. And if I increase the augment even further, it'll go faster. Right now it's going to go slow because I put the blocks of coal in here, but this will actually allow it to go a lot faster than just the regular coke oven there. So yay, got that going. All right, I think I'm going to end the episode there for right now. We have 4 of the juices going for the quest here. If I go back here, so we have honey, we've got ethanol, we've got witch water, we've got creosote oil, and we've got experience. We got 5. Yeah, 5 of those going. Really good. We're going to work next time on refined canola oil and sludge. Those are the next 2 easiest ones. And I'm going to be honest, you matter. I have to research. I'm not exactly sure how to get that. That's actually from... What mod is that from? It's from Industrial Craft, so I'm pretty sure it's an output of some machine. So if you guys already know what that is, let me know down in the comment section so I can start preparing for that. I may have to get another floor because I've just got this wall back over here that's not being used, and I'm probably going to use a lot of this for the sludge and or the refined canola oil. So we're going to see what we actually have to do there. I think the refined canola oil can also be made in a still here, so I may have a similar setup to this going next time. All right, so now I did upgrade my jetpack, so I'm going to be doing some more upgrades just for myself in between episodes. I will probably actually I've got some quests to complete here. Let's go ahead and claim those quests. Ooh, $30 and a loot crate. We haven't opened up a loot crate in a while. Let's see what we get. Let's see, anything good? Red matter furnace. Well, that would be good, except for the fact I've got plenty of EMC. Oh my gosh, I've got 500,000 EMC over here. That is ridiculous. That's gonna pump me up to 800,000 EMC. So much EMC, so ridiculous. All right, guys, I think that's all I have to show you right now. I did make another couple tier 5 solar panels. I'm going to be upgrading my my miner over here so I can start getting the Atheum to make the tier 6 solar panels. But with these 3 going, this is the lunar panel right now. It's nighttime, but I think I'm getting about 1 million RF a tick right now, so we're doing pretty good on that. I cannot complain. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode and are enjoying this series. If you have any questions or comments, leave us down in the comment section. I'll get back with you as quickly as I can. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to click the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell to be notified when new episodes come out. Now, if you want to hang out with me and any of the other squad members, you can do so by becoming one of our Patrons. In the description field, you'll find the link to my Patreon page. It'll have all the reward information, such as all the servers that we offer, and the Discord that you have access to, where you can actually talk with us, anytime you want to. Now, if you want a server to play on with your friends, head on over to Host Havoc. It's who we use for all those multiplayer series, as well as the Patreon servers I spoke about earlier. All right, guys. Well, until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.